Dangal greetings. This is our project for object-oriented programming. I will discuss how the diagram works. I'm Kit Lawrence Amabalos and I'll start my explanation. The upper part of the diagram is the person class. This is the parent class from which dentist and client inherit. It has an attributes name, contact number, and address, and have a method of setter and getter method. Key concept. Person is a general class that represents any individual in the system. It provides common attributes, name, contact, address that all persons will have. Next, the dentist class. The dentist class inherits from person, meaning it automatically gets name, contact number, and address from the parent class. It has an additional attributes: ID, commission rate, dust fillings, dust check upon cleaning, dust teeth whitening, dust tooth extraction. And the methods is setter and getter again. Key concept. Dentist inherits all the properties of person, meaning every dentist will have a name, contact number, and address. It adds specialized attributes related to the dentistry. The use of Boolean values helps in determining which service a dentist offers. Next, the client class. Like the dentist, the client class also inherits from the person, which have an attribute client ID, year registered, and status, and have a method of setter and getter. The key concept is every client is a person, so they inherit name, contact number, and address. The status attribute might indicate whether a client is active or inactive. This helps track when a client joins the dental clinic system. Next, the transaction class, the independent class. This class does not inherit from person, meaning it stands alone in the system. It has an attribute of value, status, and transaction ID. Have a setter and getter method. Key concept. This class tracks financial transaction within the system. It contains a unique transaction ID to differentiate each transaction.
The main class. So in the main class we have the program. So in the main class we first imported a array list and scanner since we would be using it all around our program. Next we create a scanner object and create lists of dentist, clients, years, and transactions. So in the main we're looping a menu which the user would have to go to until she chose to exit. Like here, she chose 2, which is case 2, then we can terminate the program, which shall terminate. Then if the choice is 2, then we can break. And so or if the user chose an invalid option, and which will please enter a valid option, would ask for a option that is only in the menu. So in the menu we have first the show menu method, which is showing every time we run the program. So this is just a menu, and in this menu we declare an int choice which gets the user input, get in choice method. Since it is a method, we make it a method because we would like to get only an int input from the user. So we create a loop which have try catch. So every time the user enters a invalid option, then we would show please enter a valid option and then ask for an input again. Else if the user chose a valid option, then we would get its option, we would get its input, and then we would return it here in the choice. So then we would proceed and switch case. So in the switch case, we have case 1, show manage menu. Case 2, which I explained earlier, would terminate the program, and the default would just ask for a valid input. So in the case 1 sa show manage menu, here we would show again a menu um, until the user chose to back. We would loop around this again and again until the user chose to break, and the default again is select a valid option, and the case for would go back to the main menu if the user chose to go back, and then the switch and the case 1, case 2, case 3, and if the case 1, if the user chose case 1, then we would we would call the method show manage dentist, which is here, and again we would loop to a menu here to ask a user what method he would like to do. So first we'll again the input from the user and then the choice, and if case 5, then we would break if he chose a 5 to go back. We would go back to this menu of show manage menu, and then if the default asking for a valid option, the case 5 going back, and case 1 would be calling the add dentist method, which would add a dentist. So ask for the dentist details, name, contact number, address, and commission rate, and then if we have a successful input from the user, then we would create an object called dentist, and using this constructor, then we would ask the dentist skills if he or she does the certain method. So by using the set does feelings method, which we have in the dentist class. So, and inside of this method, we have also a method that checks for a boolean input, checks for a int input which equals to a boolean of yes or no, which is here we have 1 for yes and 2 for no. We would get the int input, and then would convert that int input into a boolean which corresponds to the int input, and without this, if the user enters 1, then we would return true here, and then set as feelings would return true in this method. And if ever that the user chose 2, then we would return false. The user does not do that, and else would be to ask for a valid input. Next would be the update dentist method, which is here. So we would first get the ID of the dentist, and for each dentist we would get the choice of it. So for each, so we ask for the ID. The ID is 1, but the index of an array list starts from 0, so we would minus 1 for the input of the user. So and then we would call the update dentist and call it by its ID. So it's here. Update dentist will show a menu, and then the menu would show the menu have different options with name, contact number, address, and commission, which in these cases they would call a method specifically to set the attributes or the attributes of the to update for the dentist here. And next method would be the view dentist, which is we have a for each method, then for each dentist in the array list dentists, we would display its details by calling this dentist display details.
Good day everyone, my name is Iron Elby Blañas, and today I'm going to discuss the core methods in our project, which is the show manage client and add client and the update client, and also the archive client. So let's start with the show manage client. This method displays a menu for managing clients. Users can choose to add, update, delete, or archive, or even view clients. If the user selects back, the program returns to the previous menu. The input is checked using a get in choice to ensure the user enters a valid number. Based on the user's choice, it calls corresponding method like um, add client, update client, archive client, and the view clients. The next method is the add client method. This method is used to add new client. It asks for the client's name, contact number, address, and year registered using the scanner. If the user we call this if the user exists, it counts how many clients are registered for the year and assign the client number year count. If the year doesn't exist, it adds the year to the year's list. A new client object is created with the provided details and added to the client list. The program confirms that the client has been successfully added. One. The next method is you call this the update client method. This one. The update client method is um, the update client method is this method is allowed to users to update client information. First is it displays a list of all years using the years list. The user selects a year to view all clients registered in that year. Then the program asks for the client ID to identify the client to update. Once a valid client is found, the program displays the client's detail using the display details method. A menu appears with options to update the following, for example, the year registered, client name, client contact number, and client address. After making updates, the changes are saved and the program confirms the update. If the user selects the cancel, no changes are made. The last method is do you call this? The archive client method. This one. The archive client method is a method that manages the archiving and archiving clients. Users are presented with four options. Number one is show archive clients. Display all the clients marked as archive. Archive a client moves a site client to archive by changing their status to archive. An archive client restore a client from the archive by setting their status back to not archive. And back returns to the previous menu. When archiving, the user selects the use year and choose a client using their ID. If the client is found, there's status updated to archive and confirmation message is shown. When archiving, the program follows the same step, but it checks if the client is currently archived before changing their status. Just to be clear, I am going to demo these four methods. Then we proceed to update. Choose a year, so we input a 2012 year, so we're going to edit the year to 2012 and then um, enter client ID, which is the 001 because it speaks, or we also have a value with that. And then you can choose what do you want to edit. Like for example, you want to edit the client name. Yes, you can type here say Maziki. So once you it's already updated. Once you if you want to view the client, you can choose the 4. And then, as you can see here, it's already updated. The name of the client is Mazikin. That's all. The next method will be discussed of one of our classmates. So that's all. Thank you.
Greetings everyone. This is a continuation of our input in main Java. So here we have show client transaction. For this show client transaction, so we have here a clients that get that index display the details of information of our client. So here the client that get text index display the transaction. This is the will show the transaction of our client. So here in make transactions, so here we have select a client in list of the year that we have here. So then you can choose a year for your dentist. Yeah, please choose an existing year. You will put the existing year in our code. So if you are not put that, they have an error. Please choose an exact existing year. So next, list of the client of the year plus chosen year. So they will print that, and they have here a for loop in here. Um, they have a boolean and system out to make a transaction from the client in the year plus the chosen year. So and you will put the enter the client ID. So if you enter the wrong client ID, so they have print to please enter a valid client ID. So next is choosing services. So here we have fillings, checkup and cleaning, teeth whitening, tooth extraction, complete transaction, and then cancel. So if each services have how much per tooth. So next, if you choose there's not in services, they have please choose a valid option. So next, we have here else. If you choose is number 2, um, check up on cleaning. So here the code for that, and lower available dentist. I will use this code show the available dentist for these services. So next in Inti 3, and the choices number 3 is teeth whitening, and so type or cancel, choose an ID, dentist ID. Then if you type a wrong valid ID, then we will print this again. Please choose invalid ID. So next in that, if you choose one of that services, they will compute that to how many tooth to fill, and transaction complete. They will print the total fee, dentist. So to all that you are example that you choose checkup cleaning 600. So if you check up cleaning, no, wala. If you choose a filling, um, 1,000 per tooth. If you choose that, then if you put 6 tooth, then it is 6,000 pesos. If you compute that in 6,000 pesos. So we have here here in this code is a transaction about what code of that? Yeah, check up and cleaning for that code. Check up and cleaning. This is number 2, an available dentist. We will put again available dentist in the services, no, to show you what doctor doctor that and fee, and how much her P for that. So like that. Choice is number 3. So here, and to 500. This 500 is a teeth whitening option with fixed cost 500. So number 4, these choices naman for this. And so this choice. So and for this, how many to remove? This is the tooth extraction. So calculate the total fee, how many tooth you want to remove at your so this transaction to how many one tooth is equivalent to 700. So if you remove 2 tooth, and then it is 1/4. So next, transaction, if you want to cancel that and you want to going back. So and the lastly is please add at least one dentist client. If you choose one in our code like this, let me run this. Yan, so select option. So we have here Dr. Rivera Dental Clinic. So
Person class. So this person class would be the super class of client and dentist. Person class consists of the common attributes and methods that client and dentist have. So they both have name, contact number, address, and also the constructor and the get and set methods.
Jungle greetings. Now let's break down this dentist class in Java. So this class represents a dentist as a type of person and includes attributes, methods, and transactions related to their work. I'll go through it step by step so it's easy to understand. So first is the attributes. Let's start with this. So first is the ID counter. So basically it's a static variable that makes sure that each dentist gets a unique ID. Next one is the ID. So it stores that unique ID. Third one is the commission rate. Represent the percentage of commission the dentist earn. Now we have a booleans to check if the dentist offers specific services like fillings, cleaning, and whitening, and extractions. Finally, we have an array list transaction to store the dentist transactions. Now let's proceed to the constructor. So when a new dentist is created, it takes in the name, contact number, address, and commission rate. It's assigned a unique ID using ID counter and initializes the transaction list so we can store their transaction later. Now to the getters and setters method. So these methods that let us get and update values. So the get methods retrieve details like dentist ID, commission rate, and available services. The set methods let us update those values when needed. Each services like fillings, cleaning, whitening, and extraction has its own getters and setters. Now for the fourth part, the service method. So fillings, like what I've said, this fillings, check up and cleaning, teeth whitening, and root extraction. These methods don't do anything yet, but they are placeholder for when we want to add functionality later. So the fifth one is the transaction. So add transaction, the string transact adds a new transaction to the list, and the display transactions with the close parenthesis shows only the unarchived transaction. So the
Next is the get transaction with int index inside the close parenthesis. It retrieves a specific transaction by index. Lastly is the displaying details, this part. So finally we are on the last. So it prints out the dentist information like ID, name, contact number, and address. It also shows their commission rate and services they offer. This method formats everything neatly so it's easily to read. So that's it. This class help us manage dentist information, transaction, and display details to make it more functional. We could add a real implement to the service methods and even connect it to the database in the future. Hope that helped. So next one will be presented by other of my group mate.
Greetings. My name is Andre Elgaraj. Today I'm going to explain the client class. So, client class, which extends to the person class. This means a client is a person inheriting properties like name, contact number, and address, but we're adding client-specific details. So, client ID. This is a unique identifier for each client. So, we need this to differentiate between clients, especially if we have many. So year registered, this tells us the year the client joined our system. This can be useful for tracking client history. So status, right now it's a set to not archive. This allows us to track if client is active or has been archived. So transactions. So this is where we store all our transactions associated with the client. It is an array list so we can add or remove transaction dynamically. So constructor, so when we create a new client object, we need to provide the name, contact number, address, registration year, and unique client ID. This set up the initial state of the client, set year registered and get year registered. These are simple getter and setter method for the registration year. So allowing us to modify or retrieve the registration year. So set client ID and get client ID is similar to the year. So this method let us get and set the client's unique ID. Set status and get status. This method manage to the client status, allowing us to mark them as archived or unarchived. So transaction method. So this creates a transaction object and adds it to the client transaction list. This is how we record each transaction a client makes. So display transaction, these methods iterate through the client's transaction and print the details of the only unarchived transactions. So this helps us focus on active transactions. Get transaction. This method returns a specific transaction from the transaction list based on the index. Display details. So this method neatly prints out the client's information, including their ID, name, contact number, and address. Notice the string format to make the ID look like Q0001.
Good day everyone, I'm Justin Brillantes and today I'll be talking about one of our methods here in our object-oriented programming project. It's going to be the make transactions method. So this method will allow the users to create a transaction between a specific client and multiple dentists. So what happens first is that we must have at least one client and one dentist to make a transaction. Then after that, the program will prompt the user to select an existing year. And then after choosing an existing year, a list of clients who are registered to that chosen year will be shown to the user, and then the program will ask the user to enter a valid client ID. After choosing an ID, this this menu is shown to the user, and four of these options are the different operations a dentist can perform. After choosing one of these four options, happens first is that the program asks the user to select a dentist to perform that surgery. After choosing a dentist, the transaction is then recorded by lists. It's added to their respective lists. So that happens to the four options. And then when you choose option 5, you basically just summarize all the transaction details in that session. Then choosing the option 6 will um, end the transaction. So that's it for my part in this project. Thank you.